They say records are made to be broken, but some records are forged in black magic. Imagine a football club so dominant they were twice crowned the kings of Europe. They had the best player in the world. They had the best manager in history. They were untouchable. But then, on a quiet afternoon in 1962, one man walked out of a boardroom office and whispered a sentence that would haunt millions of people for generations. He said, "Not in 100 years from now will Benfica ever be European champion again." It sounded like an angry threat. Today, it sounds like a prophecy. To understand the curse, you have to understand the man who cast it, Béla Guttmann. He wasn't just a manager, he was a nomad, a survivor, a genius. Guttmann survived the Holocaust. He had seen the darkest parts of humanity, and it made him fearless. He didn't care about reputations, he only cared about winning. When he arrived at Benfica in 1959, he did the unthinkable. He fired 20 senior players, he promoted youth, and he discovered a young boy from Mozambique named Eusébio. Together, they built a monster. In 1961, they beat Barcelona to win the European Cup. In 1962, they faced the mighty Real Madrid, the team of Di Stefano and Puskás, the team that nobody could beat.
The first half was a massacre. Ferenc Puskás, the Madrid legend, scored not once, not twice, but 3 times, a hat trick before halftime. The Benfica players walked into the dressing room with their heads down. They were boys playing against gods. But Guttmann didn't panic. He stood in the middle of the dressing room, lit a cigarette, and told them, "The game is not over. They are tired. You are young. Go out there and run them into the ground." And they did. The second half was one of the greatest comebacks in history.
And they destroyed them. Benfica 5, Real Madrid 3. Benfica were the masters of the universe, but Guttmann felt he deserved a reward. He walked into the Benfica boardroom and asked for a modest pay rise, a bonus for making them kings of Europe. The board laughed at him. They thought they were the reason for the success, not him. They said no. Guttmann was a man of principle. He felt betrayed. He packed his bags, and as he left the club, he turned to the directors and delivered the line that chills the spine of every Benfica fan today. Not in 100 years from now will Benfica ever be European champion again. The directors laughed. Who cares what an angry ex-manager says? We have Eusebio. We will win next year. They were wrong. 1 year later, Benfica reaches the final again. They play AC Milan. They lose. They reach the final. They play Inter Milan. They lose. The final against Manchester United. Surely this is the time?
The game went to extra time. The score was 1-1. Benfica were minutes away from breaking the curse. Eusebio had a one-on-one chance to win it, but the Manchester goalkeeper saved it. Eusebio stood up and applauded the save. He knew it wasn't meant to be. Then, in extra time, the curse appeared in human form. His name was George Best. Manchester United scored 3 goals in 9 minutes. The match ended 4-1. Benfica collapsed. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a humiliation.
No, defeat. 3 finals, 3 losses. The laughter in the boardroom stopped. The whisper of the curse began to spread through the streets of Lisbon. But curses are just superstitions, right? Surely they can't last forever. Fast forward to 1990, the European Cup final. Benfica versus AC Milan. The match is being played in Vienna, Austria. This is significant. Why? Because Vienna is where Béla Guttmann is buried. Before the match, Eusebio, the greatest player in Benfica's history, went to the cemetery. He found Guttmann's grave. He knelt down in the dirt and he prayed. He begged his old manager to lift the curse. He asked for forgiveness. It was a moment of pure desperation. Did Guttmann listen? Benfica lost the final, 1-0. Even from the grave, Guttmann would not forgive.
The club began to panic. They realized this was more than just bad luck. They needed to make peace with the ghost. So they built a massive bronze statue of Béla Guttmann holding his 2 European cups. They placed it right at the entrance of the new stadium, the Estadio da Luz. It was a peace offering, a permanent apology cast in metal. Fans started leaving flowers at the statue's feet before big European nights. They begged his spirit for mercy. Surely honoring him would finally break the spell?
Passages of time passed. We enter the modern era. The Europa League final against Chelsea. Benfica dominates the game. They play beautiful football. The 90th minute arrives. The score is 1-1. It looks like extra time. 93rd minute. Bronislav Ivanovic scores a looping header. Chelsea wins. Benfica players collapse. It was the 7th lost final. The very next year, final against Sevilla. It goes to penalties, and again, Benfica loses. 8 European finals since 1962. 8 defeats.
But then, in 2022, something strange happened. A glimmer of light appeared in the darkness. The Benfica under-19 team reached the final of the UEFA Youth League. They played against Salzburg. For 60 years, every Benfica team, senior or junior, had lost their European finals. The pressure on these young boys was immense. They weren't just playing a match, they were fighting a ghost. But this time, they won. They won 6-0. They lifted the European trophy. The fans went wild. Newspapers declared that the curse was finally broken. But was it? Since that day, the senior team has still failed to win a European trophy. This has led to a terrifying theory among the fans. When Béla Guttmann said Benfica, did he mean the whole club, or did he specifically mean the senior men's team, the team that betrayed him? It seems that Guttmann's contract with the devil has very specific terms. The curse is supposed to last 100 years. That means it expires in the year 2062. For the fans of this great club, they must wonder, is it just bad luck? Is it a psychological block? Or is the ghost of Béla Guttmann still standing in that goalmouth, arms crossed, ensuring that the betrayal is never forgotten? What do you think? Does magic exist in football? Let me know in the comments.